Yeah, that's what I call a tractor, my friend. There is this country song about men and tractors. I resonate. Look at that pretty baby. Look at her. Oh, grew up my whole life. This is the way I did my laundry, by the way. Yeah. You pull your pants off that line and they are so fracking stiff, so I feel like they can walk themselves. It's so pretty out here. You guys wanna come join me? This is Annette with Annette's Astrology Corner, and this is your energetic reading for Friday, June 10th. And today is the day that it is the last official day of the Grand Mutable Cross, and it's going to break up. Now, it will come back, but it'll aspect different planets, but that are still in mutable energy. So we'll have another Mutable Grand Cross, but it's going to kind of switch things up. But for now, we get a little bit of relief from this extreme energy, which I think we could use right now, if you ask me, because I'm kind of done with it. So today, some of you may be compelled to balance out your emotional extremes. It's been a very extreme time. We've kind of been on a wild ride. I think that some of us just deeply need to, like, I don't know, have an energetic recharge session with ourselves. I definitely believe that today is the day that the moon moves into Virgo. When the moon moves into Virgo energy always suggests balance to me. So taking a look at the black and the white in this energy is probably going to be something that you're going to do, the extremes in this energy, and you're going to be like, I just need a timeout. Like, had enough. What just happened? I've just absorbed a lot, or things just got interesting, or things got overblown, or things just got out of control. And I need to compute all of this. My data needs to start computing. So emotionally, I think you're going to be compelled to be a computer. You're going to take a look at everything. You're going to compile all the information. You're going to compartmentalize, and you're going to need this time because you're very sensitive to some of the stuff that has came up. And you need to make some logical, rational sense. And you're emotionally compelled to do this, as well as it's what you deeply desire at this point, as well as it's what's compelling some of your communication, some of your thoughts, your daily thoughts. This is starting to consume you. And so I think it's time that we just step back. A lot of the energy is in a beautiful opposition, and opposition suggests a lot of that Virgo mindset, that balance between how do I physically feel? Am I drained? Is this just been too much for me? Mentally, am I exhausted? Do I just need to sleep more? Like, am I compelled? Is my energy levels low? Are they super high? Because a lot of amazing thing has been happening. And so, I just really need to take a look at everything, because there's a lot of exciting new energy coming my way. And it could be so fast and so forthcoming in this energy that I think for some of us, this downtime or this need to get some control over whatever extreme good or extreme bad, it will depend. I think that Saturn is opposing the sun and opposing Gemini. Saturn wants you to get some control over the extremes. Saturn is there as I think it's a malefic presence, but I think in this energy it could almost be benefic, just because yes, we're developing new perspectives and we're trying to take a look at this picture as a whole and take a look at it, like from the grand picture. And I think when so much comes at you at once, you can't do that because it's all in an immediate response to everything. There's a lot of news, a lot of information, a lot of things are diverting in different directions, and it's very confusing and shifty. I feel like it's very shifty energy. And when it's like that, there's no control. There's an absolute lack of control over your interpretation of the energy that's coming at you. Now, remember that I said that this energy is going to have a ripple effect for years to come. what we're not going to understand is the magnitude of this energy at this time, because we're looking at everything from a very superficial, very shallow type look. We're looking at it from how it's aspecting us, like right in that moment. But I think that if we look at this time, May and June, I think what we're going to really desperately see drastically see, is that this was a definite shift point in energy, in our lives, in our karma, in our generational, the way that we've always been doing things, and the way our mom did things, and the way her mom did things. And it's definitely changing for some of us for the better. Some of us had to have everything blow up in our face for us to understand that we need to make some significant changes. And for some of us, we just got a lot of opportunities and we just don't know which one to pick. So opposition is positive. It is not negative. Squares and quincunxes, they start to pull me in a little bit darker area. Opposition, I want to find the balance. We're right, like we go to a Virgo moon and then we go to a Libra moon. So we go from this passionate, Leo experience where it's all about just in the moment and the fire and the passion, and, everything is dramatic, and, it's just, you're on fire in that energy. And then you go into Virgo energy where it's all about, okay, let's start to dial this back. Let's start to take a look at how this is physically affecting us. Let's take a look at how this is mentally affecting us. Let's take a look at everything. Let's compute it. Let's logically analyze it. Let's go into our supercomputer in our emotional realm, and let's try to, what do we feel that we deeply resonate with? Feel our bodies. Is the energies low? Like you have to, Virgo energy kind of dials you back. Do you need to take do you need to, take a look at something health-wise? Some of us will have issues with health because of these extremes. And so we're going to have to take a look at, let's address that, because I'm going to feel emotionally compelled to do that because something really impacted me on an emotional level. I think that finding balance in an extreme environment is going to be essential to make it through this month. Look, guys, we can't run full blast and we can't be pulled in that many extremes without us eventually being pulled apart. This dials it back. And as soon as the moon moves into Libra, and we go through that first quarter of the moon, it's decision-making time. First quarter of the moon is decision-making time. That happens at the end of the week. And so what this does is extremes, we go holy hell, and then we dial it down. Then we go through the Libra pro and con energy emotionally, and then we start to have to make some decisions. And some of these decisions are going to be quite, they're going to be, I think there's an unexpected element to some of these decisions that we're going to have to make that I don't think we completely anticipated on having to do at this time. So I believe that Saturn is the planet that seeks control. In today's energy, some of you may lack the discipline or control to maintain some of these extremes. Why would you be able to maintain these extremes? Saturn is here to get to offer suggestions in all of its wisdom, infinite wisdom. Let's take a look at this thing from the big picture. What did this really mean? What did all of this energy really mean? Like, get some control and get some new perspective over situations that I think we've been habitually doing to this. There has a habitual feeling to this energy. I think that today, the past will enlighten you to a pattern in behavior. And for some of you, you may find pleasure. You may find that pleasure seeking has become excessive. This is excessive energy. Uranus has been making everything volatile, excessive, overblown, just very, and it could be good or bad. Understand that when so much good comes at you at one time, it plays on your fears. It pulls forth fears. And the fear is, oh my God, I just got, proposed to, or somebody just professed their love for me that I've been waiting for a really long time. Holy fuck, they just did that. Like, some of you are going to be like, I don't know if I'm ready for this. There's a sense of, I don't know if I want to confine myself because you have all this Gemini energy. There's a sense, so good can make you feel just as volatile and uneasy as bad. In fact, too much good always makes me more scared than like a little bit of bad, because a little bit of bad is what I expect, but so much good, I'm waiting for the bad sometimes, because, you know, I'm drama like that. So for some of you, conversations about boundaries may be an extreme conversation about what is at the root of these conversations. I think what I find is that I'm always surprised at what is at the root of issues with people, with me, with my feelings, with other people's feelings. Like, I think I'm always floored. And that's why psychology is an obsession of mine, because whatever's going on, there's a root issue. I believe most of it is generational, because Uranus has been playing such a big role. And most of it is liberating ourselves from these habitual patterns that our entire generations have been doing for a very long time. I'm going to give you, for instance, I remember when the Ellen DeGeneres show, and I don't know if I'm saying her last name right, so don't kill me, came out, and everybody was so shocked that a gay woman was going to be put in that role. Now, I loved Ellen, so I'm like, who the hell cares what she is, what she does with her personal life? Like, I don't freaking care. I love her. She's cute. She's always bubbly. She's always exciting. But I remember the hellstorm that it caused, and everybody was mad, and there was a very big movement to be like, who cares? She's tremendously talented, and she's infectious. And now you look at it and you're like, nobody sees that. Nobody sees that. They see just a great, amazing lady who is just fun, and she really lightens our day. And that's why she stuck around for so long. But initially we got caught up in structural thinking about that whole gay thing. And that was way back when there was a lot more energy around being very phobic about that lifestyle. Now it's just like, well, especially on the West Coast, it's just like, hello, that's like every other person. Like, we don't care. Like, you know, half my friends are gay. Like, it doesn't, and I don't even call them that. They're just people walking around the planet. Just, I don't know. I'm very open-minded, and of course I would be, because I live on the West Coast, and I'm not at all conservative. So I don't care. In fact, I would be one out there fighting for the rights for them. So that's the type of energy that I'm talking about. It's just very, at first, it's like, holy hell, what did this just open up? And then it opened up amazing progressive energy. It opened up new perspectives on old topics that should never have even been issues in the first place. I think this energy stimulates you to solve a problem, share your thoughts, and look for solutions. This energy is very intellectually stimulating. You've got a moon in Virgo. You've got the sun and Venus in Gemini. You have some very intellectual energy at play. You've got Saturn in Sagittarius, very elevated thinking, looking at the big picture, trying to get control, trying to develop your perspective, to take a look at the big picture. Yes, a lot of immediate stimulus is going on. Yes, you're going to have a lot of immediate responses to this stuff, because you have to, because it's shifting so fast. So many decisions you need to make at a very accelerated level. But then you've got to step back at some point and think, whew, okay, what did that actually mean? Like what the hell? So I think that we're going to be taking a look at some extremes in our points of views that will provide us with unique perspectives and ideas. I love what I feel the most that comes out of this energy is just these very unique perspectives and the epiphanies, the awakenings. Uranian energy is an awakening. It's the energy that really opens our eyes and helps us see the big picture. I think that mutable energy will leave many of you confused and frustrated. Good. We have to be confused. We have to be frustrated. We have to have challenge in our lives, especially mentally, to grow. You know what? This energy is shaking things up, so you grow, so you expand, so you reach a potential. You're not abundantness energy. That's the point of this energy. And I think that this makes those wheels, those intellectual wheels, turn at a very progressive pace. Again, does it feel good when it happens? No. I don't like change. Everybody knows that I don't like change. But I change at a given minute because I have this Gemini rising that I don't even like the fact that my energy seems to want to automatically do things that I'm not excited that it just does for me. But it definitely stimulates my mind and it gets the wheels turning. And like sometimes one little episode, or I'll turn on, like I told you guys that this energy is going to come at you from unusual sources. You won't expect some of this stuff. And you'll get epiphanies from a song, because it's Gemini energy. Or you'll get unusual messages just from weird sources. So for some of you, it's sitting back and validating these sources in this moon. When you have this downtime, it's like, well, how valid is that information that somebody just told me about maybe my partner or about maybe a situation that I'm in? Like how valid is my idea? Like, can it really produce something that really makes me money? Like, is this epiphany really something special? I need to go do some research. Excellent energy for research. Anyhow, guys, thank you so much for watching Annette's Astrology Corner, and I look forward to talking to you guys again tomorrow.